ونسبحه ونقدسه ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وترحم على محمد وآل محمد كأفضل ما صليت وسلمت وباركت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وصل اللهم وسلم على خلفاء رسول الله وأئمة أهل البيت أئمة المسلمين، علي أمير المؤمنين وقائد الغر المحجلين، وعلى البضعة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين، وعلى سبطي نبي الرحمة وسيدي شباب أهل الجنة الحسن والحسين عليهما السلام، وعلى علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الإمام الهادي المهدي المنتظر عجل الله تعالى فرجه. May Allah hasten his arrival and his reappearance. وجعلنا من أنصاره, and make us one of his followers, true followers and supporters. عباد الله أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. I admonish myself first and admonish my friends, brothers and sisters to seek help from God and be pious and righteous and always observe the existence of God, the presence of God in our life. Our Lord states in chapter 16, Surah An-Nahl, in verse number 97, and this is how we begin every sermon, with a verse from the Holy Quran for guidance and a blessing too. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. Whoever does good, righteous, be it male or female, while he's a believer in God, we will make him to enjoy a beautiful, peaceful, content life. فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. And we would render unto them their reward in the best shape. It has the best return. Investment with God has the best return. وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْرَهُمْ بِأَحْسَنٍ. In the best shape, we would render them unto them their gifts and their reward. Today's topic is one of the sensitive topics in the Muslim community, especially in the West, American Muslims and European Muslims and others. And the topic is, there are a couple of topics on critical issues on marriage and conversion to Islam. Let's begin with marriage first. We read in the books of fiqh, jurisprudence, Islamic law, that if a girl who is virgin and marrying for the first time seeks to get married, she needs the permission and the blessings of her parents, of her father. Some people ask why it is necessary for a girl who is educated, she's a graduate of a good school, to seek her father's blessings. This is her life. This is her future. Why should a father interfere in his daughter's marriage and life? The answer is, my friends, and I dissected the answer into several sections. Number one, the jurists, the scholars of Islamic law, the experts of Islamic law, divide the girls into two, and the boys too, the children in general, into Rashid and Rashid, Baligh, Aqil, and otherwise. Rashid means, it has many meanings. It means an adult, a prudent, a wise person. It means someone who is mature and sound in his or her mind. They have a developed mind, not just a developed body. Some people are colossal, gigantic in their physical structure, huge, but they are microscopic when it comes to the mind. We are not speaking about the physical maturity. We are speaking about mental, moral, and spiritual maturity. And this is the meaning of it. So, some people say, if she is mature enough, she reached an age, a stage, maybe not an age, but a stage, rather a stage, where she can decide her fate and her destiny and her future, and she is of a sound judgment, she's mature, then she doesn't need the permission of her father. This is number one. But if she's really, she's 25, 27, 29, 30, but still she's really not fully mature, then here she needs a consultant, because marriage is an important adventure. It's an important project. It's an important enterprise in our life. It's a lifelong commitment. It's not only for 1 year or 2 years and then you quit. It's a lifelong commitment and dedication. Therefore, she needs someone who's mature to be on her side, to look and examine this relationship and to provide his opinion. So she needs the support of her parents. She needs the support of her father and mother too, of course. But if the father is a stubborn father, or he is absent from his family's life, he is absent from his daughter's life, he was careless about them, he ran away, he is a fugitive, he is irresponsible, he knows nothing about his family, he was not involved in taking care of his daughters, his sons, his family. Or the daughter herself has reached an age where she's able to take care of herself, and she was independent, in fact. She was not dependent on her family or her father. She was independent. She's a breadwinner. She graduated. She has a job. She has her own house. Then in this case, many, not all, many jurists on both sides argue that she does not need the permission of her father to get married. Sometimes, my friends, some parents practice what we call it in the juristic, the Islamic law lexicon, they call it al-adl. Al-adl means preventing his daughter from marrying a sound person, a reasonable person, with a good character, with good faith, based on financial issues sometimes, because this guy is not a multimillionaire, or based on racial issues, because this guy, the husband to be, is not from the same village, from the same community, from the same country, from the same color, or because of some irrational, illogical unsound reasons which are unacceptable. Sometimes the reasons are acceptable and sound. The father says, this guy, yes, he's successful when it comes to money. He's number one in town. But when it comes to ethics, he's number zero, sub-zero. He drinks. He doesn't quit drinking. And I don't want to give my wife to a person who would destroy her life. I'm suspicious about his activities, his lifestyle, his relationships. So these are sound reasons, rational reasons. So here, religion, Islam, the society says you have to listen to the concerns of your dad. He has legitimate concerns. He's not biased. He's not a bigot. He's not a racist. He's not against you. But he has some points. He's worried about you. He's the one who raised you. He's the one who wants you to enjoy a good life, a better life. And he cannot trust this person for such and such reasons. His reasons are legitimate. So here you may listen. Listen to your father. And don't be yourself stubborn. Don't be selfish. Don't be short-sighted. Look at what your father says, your mother say, the rest of the family. Consult with others. If your father has legitimate reasons, then it has to be addressed. If that person is not willing to change himself, then seek someone else. And this land, this earth is filled with boys and girls, I'm telling you. We have no shortages of boys and girls. But of course, sometimes the clash between the children and the parents, it's a cultural, because of the cultural gap, cultural clash. Most of the time, parents do not like this girl or this boy because they are not from the same color and the same race and the same, food and culture. So we have to look into that. Case by case, it has to be examined. But at the end, my friends, in conclusion, let me say that marriage is a relationship between two families. In fact, I would say more than two families, two communities and two societies. It's true that it is a connection between two souls, two humans. But this connection would entail and would involve the connection of the entire families. So you have to be careful in your choice. Don't put always yourself before others, before your family, even before your community. What they teach you in America, that what matters in this life is just you. Just you. Everything you do, as long as you like it, it's ethical. It's good. Because you like it. It has nothing to do with right or wrong. Because you like it, do it. Go for it. Don't hesitate. Don't even think what your father, what your mother, what your religion, what your church, what your professor, what your friends say. Do it. Enjoy your life. And this is how marriages are ending in a huge collapse in this society. Marriage is about wisdom. Marriage is about making the right choice, the sound choice. It cannot be based on sheer emotions. Emotions are blind, my friends. Emotions are blind. Maybe you don't believe it now, but when you get to my age and almost 90% of your beard is gray, then you realize that emotions, human emotions, are blind. So you have to be careful. God has given us something called reason, aql. Aql. Be rational. Don't be overwhelmed by your emotions. Because sometimes you regret. Some girls insisted on marrying the wrong person despite their parents' objection. They ended up in misery. I see it in the community. I see it in our society. I see this example. Be careful. The more you consult, the more you ask, the more you investigate, the more you take your time, the more you reflect, the more you meditate on this subject, the better. Don't rush into making a decision. And try to obtain your parents' blessings. Your parents, 99% of the parents are good. And they love their kids. They love their kids. They want to see their kids happy. In fact, a father or a mother wants to see the marriage of their kids even better than their own marriages. So try to listen. Try to understand. Try to reach a mutual agreement. Make your parents happy. Don't go on your way and shut your ears and eyes and mind and say, I love this person is going to make me happy. Maybe he's going to make you happy, maybe. But with that happiness, it is going to last. What is important, my friends, about marriage is not the beginning, is the continuation of marriage. All marriages in the beginning, all of them, almost all of them, are fabulous and romantic. But then after 6 months, after 1 year, after 2 years, is it the same commitment? Is it the same feeling, the same love? Most of them are not, because they made the wrong decision. Take your time. Take your time and study the case. Examine it. And listen. Listen to the voices of wisdom. Maybe your father is not Aristotle. He's not a sage. He's not a very wise person. Ask someone else in the community. Could be a relative, could be a friend, could be an outsider, could be a consultant. Go and ask. Present the case and say what you think about this. I'm in love. Should we continue? Should we establish a family? Or otherwise? So this is one issue. The second, my friends, is the issue of changing names at time of conversion to Islam. Many people are converting, I would say, every day in America and Canada and Europe. We witness a process of conversion to Islam. Someone, be it male or female, most of them are females, of course, they accept Islam. They embrace Islam. Some of them, it's it's emotional, because her sweetheart wants her, because of his parents and his culture. This is a requirement. He wants her to accept Islam. So she said, okay, who cares? It's only 2 sentences. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad. Who cares? But some of them are serious. Some of them take their time to contemplate. They take their time. Sometimes 5 years, sometimes 10 years, sometimes more. So their conversion is genuine, based on rationality, based on wisdom, based on the right choice, based on conviction and love that this is the right book. This is the book of God. This is the Prophet of God, Muhammad. This is the right religion. This is the right course for my life. So some people say, is it necessary to change my name into an Arabic name? The answer is not. The simple answer, you don't have to choose an Arabic name in order for you to be a Muslim. It's not a requirement. Nobody said so. Sometimes some people have good names, beautiful names in their own culture, in their own language. A name of Matthew or Brian or Albert or Robert, beautiful names. Do you have to really change them to Abu Hudhayfa and Abu Qatada and Abu Qa'qa' and Abu Sufyan? This is what ISIS did. Those who converted to Islam, Americans, Europeans, French, whatever, who converted to Islam, the first thing they changed their names into Abu, 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 and You don't have to. You don't have to. It's up to you. You may keep your name. Some names are really beautiful. Emily, Heather, Grace, Allison, whatever. These are beautiful names. There are plenty of beautiful names in other cultures. Why should you change it to another name? It's not a requirement. Of course, in Islam and in the Arabic culture, we have the hadith that says, خَيْرُ الْأَسْمَاءِ مَا عُبِّدَ وَحُمِّدَ. The best names are the ones that are attached to the attributes of God, the names of God, like Abdullah, Abdul Aziz, Abdul Wadud, Abdul Kareem. These are beautiful names. And also, Wahummid, related to Prophet Muhammad, like Muhammad Ali. Beautiful name. In my opinion, I come from an Arabic background. The best name in this universe is Muhammad, followed by Ali. I love these two names. And of course, the female names, if it is up to me, Fatima is the best name in this universe. But this is up to me because I come from an Arabic culture. But for others, you don't have. Of course, let it be known that the name is an identity associated with your identity. So your name has to be a good name. And also the name is a source of inspiration and strength and a pride for you. So choose a good name for your son and your daughter. A good name. It could be associated with the Persian culture, Arabic culture, Indian culture, American culture, French culture, Spanish culture. Names are good. Yes, sometimes, and I've seen this in some Arab countries, they choose bad names for their kids. When you ask them why do you call your son Zbala? Zbala means trash. He says, so he doesn't get the black eye. Protecting him from a black eye, call him these demeaning names. This is not good. Protecting one from a bad eye is by reciting Quran, Mu'awwadatayn, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, reciting dua, paying charity. These are the ways. Not by giving him a terrible name, embarrassing name. Don't do these things. And we also see some Muslims naming their kids foreign names, non-Islamic names. So my friends, the bottom line, you don't have to change your name, your original name, when you embrace Islam. You don't have to. It's your choice. You may choose a name. You may hold to your own name and be proud of it. Last but not least, we have maybe 4 or 5 minutes on this. Do we also have to grow a beard when we convert to Islam? Is the beard a sign or a proof of religiosity, being religious, practicing religion, or not? The answer, it could be a sign of religiosity, and it could be a sign of anarchy and uncleanliness. Many people in the society, they are not religious. They don't even believe in God. But they don't have time to shave. Proud boys, most of them grow beards. Our wonderful bikers, Harley Davidson, 99% of them grow beards. Are they religious, spiritual? I don't know. So it is not a sign, formidable sign, that this person is religious and he must grow a beard when he converts to Islam. Or when he becomes, if he is born Muslim, when he becomes a practicing Muslim. Doesn't have to. Doesn't have to, my friends. Some people are proud of their beards. They maintain it well. They shampoo it every day, and you must shampoo it every single day. Every single day. And it is a sign of masculinity in some cultures. So they take care of it, they maintain it. And they are religious at the same time, because of religious reasons. Others, they grow a beard not because of religion. The last thing on their mind is religion. The last thing. Because of some political reasons, as we see in some countries. Some of them, they grow a beard because of some reasons. They want to fool people, pretend that they are religious, but they are not. This is why it's not the biggest proof of one's religiosity. Beard is not the biggest proof, my friends. You may be a good Muslim without a beard, and you may be a bad Muslim or non-Muslim with a huge and long beard. Now, what does scholars say? Scholars of Islam say, fuqaha and jurists, are divided when it comes to this. It depends who do you ask. If you ask a Saudi scholar, he says, yes, this is the first and last sign of Islam. If you ask a Wahhabi. But some scholars say, it's not wajib. It's recommended. It's not mandatory. Recommended. It's good. Sign of masculinity. Take care of it and maintain it. Some people say it's mandatory. Both sides, the full beard is mandatory. And it has to be long too, according to some. Others would argue that the sides are not mandatory, but the goatee one is. So fuqaha are different in their opinions. It's up to you to decide, my friend. It's not the flagship of Islam, I'm telling you. You may have it, you may not have it. At the end of the day, if you ask me, I recommend that you ask your wife. What would your wife say? Because she's 24/7 with you. But my friends, in conclusion, let me say, what is more important than changing names and growing a beard and wearing this type of, dress, fashionable dress, stylish dress or not? What is more important than them, my friends, is the character of Islam, the spirit of Islam, is to embrace the honesty, the truth, the cleanliness of Islam, the dedication of Islam, the sincerity of Islam. This is more important than these exterior things. The dress, the beard, these are secondary, not a primary. The primary is to speak the truth, to be truthful, to be honest. People feel safe with you. People feel and touch your honesty in all aspects of life. If someone has bad character, the long beard, the turban, the hijab is not going to help him or her. If someone has a good Islamic character, the hijab, the beard, the dress are going to be an integration to his faith. So, my friends, Islam, the essence of Islam is to practice. The essence of Islam is your relationship with others, your moral stand, your character. That is the essence of Islam. We ask our Lord to enable us to improve our interior, not just the exterior, the interior too, and the interior first, our inner souls, inshallah. And we raise our hands in the prayers for those who are sick, for the ailment of all the people, be it in our community or other communities, and to bring this terrible chapter of this pandemic to an end and conclusion, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah bless you all. May Allah protect you all. Take care of your families. Take care of your children. Be more caring, more loving, more honest, not just with your families, with all people around you. وعجل اللهم في فرج سيدنا ومولانا صاحب العصر والزمان وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا Muhammad وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. And let's remember those who passed away with Surah Al-Fatiha. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.